So welcome back. This particular slides comes immediately after the What is Bitcoin video. I'm sure that if you didn't know a lot about Bitcoin, it explained quite a bit. And if you knew a lot, then it was just reinforcing what you already knew. Here, it's basically the Bitcoin price history chart. And it says that Bitcoin used to be affordable. If you think that Bitcoin was created in 2009, follow that chart. It started to gain some momentum in 2014, but it wasn't until the beginning of this year, really, that it just began to skyrocket. Nowadays, without a strategy to grow significant additional income to acquire coins, you're very likely to get left behind. And when I say left behind, I mean left behind in the wealth creation aspect of Bitcoin. You will be using Bitcoin. The whole world is going to end up using Bitcoin as a payment system, also as a store of value, as currencies are very volatile, even more volatile, of course, than Bitcoins. People you will find in many places around the world, such as South America, Africa, but also in Europe, are beginning now to just save their money in Bitcoins so that it's not affected by all kinds of taxes and rates and also geopolitics, which can have a huge impact on national currencies. And yet, I think the more volatile the world becomes, and it's already a hell of a lot volatile, the more cryptocurrencies are going to keep climbing. Some people think that Bitcoin is going to be well over $100,000 within a few years, simply because more and more and more people will adopt it. Here, at the time of the creation of this presentation, which was a few weeks ago, the price of a Bitcoin was at $7,300. 2 days ago, today is November 24, 2017. 2 days ago, the price of Bitcoin shot through $8,000. It was at $8,200. And its market cap, at the time it broke through $8,000, was now bigger than the market cap of McDonald's. So really, it's just an unbelievable phenomenon. But basically, the idea with looking at this is that most people don't have $8,200 to purchase a Bitcoin. And yet you will understand that even though we can purchase fractions of a Bitcoin, you can purchase $10 worth of a Bitcoin, which will be 0.00 something. Ultimately, you're going to want to have Bitcoins because you'll be able to trade it, and the value is going to keep increasing, and you'll be able to travel to different countries and either use Bitcoins or be able to convert Bitcoins from a position of strength into other currencies. So you're going to want to own multiple Bitcoins at some stage. But if a Bitcoin one is already $8,000 today, how are you going to get there? I certainly wouldn't have $8,000 right now to just take out of my bank account and purchase a Bitcoin or purchase 2 Bitcoins. Bitcoin used to be affordable. Nowadays, without a strategy to grow significant additional income to acquire coins, you really may get left behind in the wealth creation wave. You will use Bitcoins, I guarantee that. So why should it matter to you and I? It's a question I ask myself. Why does it matter? So what? So what about Bitcoins? Why do I need to get involved? I've got my rands, you've got your dollars, this guy's got his yens and pounds. Why Bitcoins? And so I just want to take you through very quickly something that will show you that by now, if you don't own and if you're not using Bitcoins, already by now you are beginning to get left behind. This is the Bitcoin legality and classification by country. It says what countries, national states, what are they take on Bitcoins. You can see that Bitcoin in Afghanistan is illegal. That should tell you a lot. Whereas in Australia, in Austria, in Belgium, in Brazil, in Bulgaria, it is actually now considered legal, either as a currency, a commodity, or barter good, as in Canada. But people now, the perception, not just of the people in general, but of the state, is that it's too late. This thing is out there, people are using it, and people are going to use it. Its value is known and it's growing around stock exchanges around the world. It's the cat is out of the bag. In China, it's restricted, which should tell you a lot, but in Costa Rica, in Cuba, in Cyprus, in Denmark, Egypt restricted, Ecuador illegal, Finland legal, France legal, Germany legal, Greece legal, Iceland legal, in India neutral, Indonesia neutral. That simply means that the state hasn't come out against or in favor. Even in Iran, people are beginning to use Bitcoins. Israel, Italy, Japan, Kuwait, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia, neutral, Lithuania, Monaco. So this really begins to show you that in well over 100 countries now, it is completely unrestricted. And if you're not even owning Bitcoins, let alone if you're investing or creating wealth through Bitcoin, it should tell you something. It should sound the alarm bells that you really actually have to get going. New Zealand, legal. Norway, legal. Philippines, legal. Poland, Portugal, Reunion, Republic of Macedonia, illegal. Saudi Arabia, restricted. That should tell you something about the countries that restricted out of some kind of fear. Everybody, every state, every central bank fears Bitcoin, but they realize it's too late. Singapore, legal. South Africa, legal. South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan. It's unbelievable. Fast evolving phenomenon. Taking the world by storm, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, and so on. Venezuela, of course, restricted. And so this picture here that you see, Lupa, is actually some weeks ago I was having lunch on a Sunday with my family, with my wife and my son. And the restaurant across the road, across this square where we were, had the sign up saying that they accept Bitcoin. And this sign you will see everywhere. You'll see it at Mercedes dealership. You'll see it at real estate agents. You'll see it at shoe stores. You'll see it at travel agents within a very short period of time if you're not already seeing it. And you can see there's a shadow of a man who was observing me take the picture of this sign, and it's the owner of the restaurant. And he came up to me and he asked me for my email address because they're starting this huge fund where they're going to be investing in cryptocurrencies and hiring traders and so on. And so people are really, really excited about it. So basically the future of money is here, and that is the rise of cryptocurrency. As I mentioned, you won't be able to go to any single store, any merchant, even online, and already merchants like Dell, IBM, Amazon, and thousands of others are already taking payments in Bitcoins. But the rest of cryptocurrencies, which I'm not too familiar with, because Bitcoins is the bigger one, as you'll see now. But everywhere you'll see these signs now that they accept cryptocurrencies, simply because it would be crazy not to. So here's why Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency market cap for all of them is now well over 200 billion. Now for Bitcoins alone, it's over 200 billion, which has taken over the market cap of McDonald's. But since Bitcoin's birth back in 2009, almost 900 cryptocurrencies have become available in the digital currency bazaar. However, by market cap, Bitcoin is the largest and best known by far. And you can see here on the chart, Bitcoin represents well over half of cryptocurrencies, followed by a couple of big ones. And people are making money through these big ones because they're catching up and they're gaining in market cap. But you can see that all the others, hundreds and hundreds, only make up about 10%. And so Bitcoin is the dominant one. It's the one people are starting to use and trust. And so therefore, this is the one that we are targeting. Here, very good video, what the wealthy say about Bitcoins. You'll hear about Richard Branson, and you'll hear about the CEO of Microsoft. His name escapes me now, and many others. This is actually a video that changed my perspective on Bitcoins. When I saw that, I actually began to panic and think to myself, I need an entry point. I need to start. I just didn't know how to. But that convinced me that if these people are saying these kinds of things about Bitcoins, who am I to say otherwise? And so I'm going to stop this video here, as I cannot play it and you will not hear the sound. But I'll stop it here, and then I'll add that video again to the playlist, and then I'll continue on the other side.